tough is it being so close in so many of these games and just coming up short? What's the toughest part about that?
It kind of it can eat away at you, because with games that are so close, you kind of those little mistakes and little details are really magnified. And that's tough, but one thing these coaches do a great job of is kind of taking those little details, and they help us learn from them and help us grow from them so we don't make them again. And I think that's the goal going forward, is not making those same mistakes twice, so we can become better players and a better team.
Like when you switched from outside to inside last year, do you think that really helped your game? Do you think your game's more suited to the inside?
I think it's kind of helped me have a better understanding of the whole defense. I think in that it helps me play a little faster, a little freer, because I know what some of the outside guys are doing.
Just playing outside at all?
Sometimes, but I enjoy the inside.
Jack, why do you like inside linebacker better?
I kind of I feel like I can read the guards pretty well, and then when you're inside, you can really kind of play both sides of the field, as to where sometimes on outside, if they run away from you, you're kind of just stuck on the backside of the play. But in the inside, you can kind of flow both ways, which I like a lot.
Last year, when you guys played Iowa, you still were at the outside position.
Correct.
Yep. Did you play much in this game?
I might have got 2 or 3 series, but as you guys saw in that game, Joe was putting on a clinic. So if that was happening, I was fine watching Joe put on a clinic.
I don't know how much Iowa you've seen this year, but what stands out about their running backs? Anything in particular?
They hit the holes hard, and they have pretty good vision. So I think what we have to get back to as a defense is really going back to winning first down and kind of controlling that line of scrimmage. So if we can control that line of scrimmage, then we can really dictate the terms of that game.
Do people still call you 3-sack Jack?
Yeah.
It seems like you don't like that name very much.
You can't really change your own nickname, but it wouldn't have been my first choice of nickname for that. But it's kind of my own fault, I guess. So it's not a bad
What's your
thing.
choice?
Would have been.
I can't pick my own nickname either. I feel like that's frowned upon.
What do your teammates call you?
Sitch or Cichy, usually.
It's not terribly
about that?
No, huh?
You gonna yell at Vince about that one?
No, it's kind of is what it is, but it's funny. I can't really complain about my own success when it comes to that.
You mentioned Iowa's running backs. Are they different style runners? It looks like Daniel is maybe a little beefier, more power.
Yeah,
Wadley guys.
You kind of see it with a lot of teams these days. One has a lot have a power guy, and then kind of a slicer and dicer, and it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how we match up against them. You can't really game plan against them the same way, because if you see one in the hole, sometimes you'll have to, like, if it's a big guy, you gotta really bite down on your mouth guard and go get him. And if it's kind of a cutter guy, you gotta be a little more cautious. So that just comes with practice throughout the week. The coaches will prepare us for that, and I'm sure the guys on defense will be more than prepared to take care of that.
Is it an easy turn because you had to deal with the spread and the option of everything of Ohio State to go to power football like that, or is that something you guys embrace?
I think as far as that goes, we're more used to power, just because we see that all through camp, and a couple of games, three of our first games were kind of like that. But I think the athleticism of Ohio State really prepares us for what Iowa can bring on the edges. If they do get on the edge, we're used to kind of dealing with speed on the edge now. So I think we'll be prepared either way.